Good afternoon, Flosstube. It is May 11th. It is the afternoon on a Wednesday. I'm going to adjust you just a little because of that glare. So glad to be back. I am officially retired as of 1 week and 3 days ago. We have spent a week in our home state of Mississippi, spending time with my dad, who is about to celebrate his 90th birthday. We are now back home, and I'm actually feeling less scheduled, less stressed, not quite realizing that I'm retired, but it's just a new experience, and I'm grateful. It's been a while, and I apologize for that, as I always have to do on my videos. If you are new, I want to welcome you. I hope you find something that you like or something that inspires you. This is a channel about cross stitch, occasionally about crochet. It will have a little crochet today, also about books that I've been reading. And if you've been with me before, or you're one who has been with me from the beginning, thank you. Applause to you for your patience, because I never record. And just thank you for comments, for being here, for journeying on this fun hobby with me. I have a finish that was also a new start. I have a close, almost finish. I have some new things I want to start, and another WIP that I want to show you that I hope I'm going to finish soon. As I said, some crochet, a book recommendation. Oh my goodness, a lot going on. I hope the video finds you in a good place, that you are well, and all is going as you would hope it would go. So get something to drink. I actually have my beautiful tea cup that was a gift from one of my precious daughters and her family. And instead of coffee, I am drinking some Earl Grey. On my planner, I had written drink tea. I'm trying to drink more tea and less coffee. And even though this is hot tea in the hot weather of Texas, it is very refreshing. So if you have some tea or coffee or your favorite cold drink, enjoy. We'll be here for a little while. So if you remember, I had purchased all 4 of the Rosewood Manor seasons on a sale. Well, let's see. I got 3 of them on a sale. I got 1 at my local needlework shop that was also on sale. And I had finished summer, which I will show you in a minute. Spring is the one that I started a little over a week ago because I knew it would be a great travel piece. And that is my one finish for today. If you also remember, if you've been with us before, I am doing these seasons on some fabric that was gifted to me. So they will all be on this mauve pink. I don't know what kind of lighting we have today, but here is my finish. I'm gonna try to get in there closer for you. I had really hoped we would have some good lighting. Let me adjust you again. Don't get sick on me. All right, let's try that. So this was started as I got ready for our road trip, and it was finished this morning. The floss, as you remember, is variegated. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So any variations in color you see are because the floss is dyed that way. This is House of Embroidery floss that is made in South Africa. And you'll see in just a minute how beautiful that floss is. So if you look closely, and I hope we can see, the center of some of those flowers are Algerian islets, these purple ones here, and then the yellow in the middle, those are the Algerian islets. Maybe that will give you a better view. Everything else is cross stitch. This is done 2 over 2, and I think this is a 28 count even weave, but I'm not positive. As I told you, it was gifted to me. So let me show you the floss, and then I'll remind you of what summer looked like, which I had done. Here is how the floss comes. You see the card, House of Embroidery, and then each color is variegated. I believe you'll be able to see, oh no, you are not gonna be able. There we go. There's the purple, and here is the gray. Guys, I'm gonna have to turn some other light on, or I may have to open that window behind me. Here is the pink, which has some beautiful variegation. And then the yellow and the green, which also had some beautiful variegation. So those were all the colors for spring. Then let me remind you of its companion, which is titled Summer, which I do plan to have framed the same way. All 4 seasons in different frames, but frames that are the same. We want to hang these together. So this is Summer. And this one had more detail, more to stitch, but the other one I think is a little more colorful, but these are the most relaxing, most fun stitches because you're only thinking of the one color that gives you all your variegation, if that makes sense. So we have spring and summer. Now we want to work on fall and winter, or autumn and winter. And what I'm hoping to do is to have this one ready for a travel project for the next time I'm going somewhere, because they work beautifully for travel. Let me take autumn out of its package. I really think I need to open those windows. Y'all may just have to let me go do that. Okay, this is autumn. And the threads for it, look how rich. Ooh, I can't wait to get started on that one. Beautiful, beautiful. And then winter is a little brighter than I would have thought, but also very, very different from our typical Christmas colors. It's definitely just a winter palette. And this one looks like this. Oh yes, now you can see that. Beautiful. So those will be on the list for travel projects for sure. Then the WIP that I am trying to finish next, since I just finished spring today, is my Sweet Home, which is my owl forest embroidery piece. And I've gotten so much done on this, but I don't remember what you saw last time. I didn't check that video, but I'm gonna hold this up, and apologies ahead of time if you can't see the colors, because the best thing about this project is that it also has variegated floss, and so the colors are rich and beautiful. Okay, how in the world is that gonna work? I'll get closer and we'll see what the light does. So it is finished all the way to the bottom, even the bottom border, except for a few, let's see, small motifs that will go in under the sewing machine. I think there are 3 tiny motifs that go right there. The point I'm working now had to be frogged, and I'm frogging this yellow part here because, again, I miscounted, and there should be, well, there's supposed to be 15 of these yellow sets of 3 here on both sides. And somehow I was 1 set of 3 short, so it made this side obviously in the wrong place. So I'm ripping the yellow to bring it down 1 more, And then I have to bring the brown down to make it the same as the other side. Then once I get that figured out, to get that back in place, we will do almost a mirror image over here of what you see. I hope that made some sense at all. I worked a lot on this on the trip also, putting in those green leaves and the vine, and didn't realize that this was a problem until I realized that, see, this is having to be ripped out as well. But once I get this in the right place, I should be able to come across here and get this figured out. And then I'll do the roof diagonal and the green leaves. Now, let me just complain a bit. We all have to have our sections we don't like. This yellow, oh, people, I got cross-eyed, and I'm still not. Am I finished there? No. Because you have these little diagonal back stitches that come in between where you see the cross stitches, and you have to know exactly where to put that, and you have to be able to see the yellow. With these eyes of mine aging as they are, it's a challenge. So I decided I would quit stitching yellow and I would get this framework figured out and then go back and finish the yellow roof. It's going to be gorgeous. The yellow roof is totally appropriate, but oh, I don't think I would stitch that again anytime soon. Once it's finished, you will hear me go yoo-hoo when it is done. But this piece will be the next one we take to the framer. I always wanted to stitch this piece, and when we were able to order it from Owl Forest and I received it, it's just been such fun. And just the focus of my life has been my home, and so there we are. All the wonderful things we as needle women love and appreciate. And, of course, we had to add, as close as we could, little Lucy there, although this little dog looks more like a terrier, but we made it as close to her color as we could. So Owl Forest Sweet Home, we hope, will be the next finish, please. There are several WIPs I'm working on that I'm not going to show you today because they got tucked away before we left on our trip, but I will be pulling them out. And excuse me, I will take one quick sip. Forgive me, my throat gets dry. I just am not talking as much as I was at work. The main WIP, other than Sweet Home, that I would like to complete is the gift from my dear friend, Music Amongst the Trees. It's a perfect time for this. Spring planting, trees budding, trees leafing out, all the birds. We have had cardinals and blue jays in our backyard just every morning. So this one will come out alongside Sweet Home is the plan. And I want you to see where I am, and I hope this will hold up better. Okay, so the quote is finished. Apologies for the wrinkles. Then we have 4 trees complete. And you see the tree here that I just started, the one right here. And on the top border, we have 2 or 3 birds. 2 birds. Oh no, they're 3. 3 birds complete. So not super close to a finish, but definitely close enough to make it happen. The trees I have not done are definitely the biggest trees, but they're also the most colorful. So it will be this one and this one that need to be completed. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 little animals. And then, of course, all the tiny, tiny trees. I would love to call this one a finish this year and also have it framed because it just speaks of all that we love. The outdoors, the beautiful world the Lord has made, the birds, the trees, the little critters. We have a squirrel, a duck, a bunny. I love bunnies. 2 squirrels, actually. So that will be fun to finish. This one is done on a white linen, I believe from Hobby Lobby, and it is 32 count with the DMC that is called for. And I hope that color is, it's hard to tell what you can see, but I do love this one so much. Then we have a little bit of haul because my family was so gracious for my retirement. I was overwhelmed. Not only did I receive this pattern that I'm about to show you, but I also got a large gift card to the Stitch Niche, which I cannot wait to go spend. But I am talking myself into finishing Sweet Home before I go shop again. So that's tucked away as I'm looking forward to it outing. The pattern they picked out, I believe my husband actually picked this out, excuse me, one that many of you are doing or have done. It is by Shakespeare's Peddler, and it is called A Savior's Praise. Now, I know how much stitching is in this piece. And I also know that I have several samplers on the go that I have not put a stitch in. But this one will be tucked away as well, although I would love to start it before the year is out. We'll see. This is one of my favorite hymns, Now Thank We All Our God. And that is what she has put here, as well as words from a sampler which talk of the Savior's praise. I've heard a lot of people say that this one is a delight to stitch because the border is all different. Every little section is a different motif. So this is one I'm thrilled to own. I had always wanted it, but never wanted to commit the price that they ask along with the time involved. But since it was chosen for me, I cannot wait to stitch it. As I look at this, and every time I look, I see a part that is my favorite part, different each time. But for today, the words that she has incorporated in the border, different positive character qualities, I think that's my favorite for today. I can't wait to stitch the whole thing. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece. So that is a new haul. And then I was able to go, a week or two before my retirement to choose linen for this lovely Hands Across the Sea, Sarah Borton, 1815, because I had been gifted the beautiful silks for this one. And you know it has not even come out of the package yet. So I took the graph or the pattern down to my Stitch Niche. This is my gorgeous silk. I hope maybe you can see, you're not seeing that pink. So several browns, several beautiful greens, and then the two, well, the pink and the, what would you call that color? Tan, khaki. There's also a beautiful blue. Anyway, we talked and I had the ladies help me because I always trust their advice. And we came up with this gorgeous 36 count that is called Limestone. Now, I don't know who made this. They didn't write that down for me, but let's just look at this gorgeous fabric. It's a green, which you cannot tell from the way this is holding. Let me do this. Guys, my quality today, this lighting is not the best. I apologize. All right, let's try this. Can you tell that's green? But I can't wait to work on this. It's just the nicest linen. So if we put our pink, our dark green, and our other darker, okay, let's just put this on here and let you see how lovely that's going to be. Look at those on that fabric. Oh, I can't wait to take stitches in this one. So that was the other haul that I was so thrilled to acquire. And the last hope that I plan to get fabric for is from the book that I showed you last time, Let Love Ring, which is Teresa Kogut. And the one I want to do is the one that is the quote from Mother Teresa, which says, "If you want to change the world, go home and love your family." So I do want to get linen for this one, and I will definitely use the DMC fabric for this. Floss, goodness people, the floss, DMC. But those are our colors, and we love Mother Teresa's work, and that quote is just very meaningful to me. So hoping to get fabric for that. Now I will show you quickly my crochet, and then we will have one book review and we'll round it up. There are times when I cannot cross stitch in the car because the road gets so bumpy, or it's darker, or I don't feel that I can focus enough to get done what I need to get done. So I decided I would pull out another baby Afghan and have that ready to crochet in the car or when I'm not focusing as well on my cross stitch. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and I'm not saying this is my favorite new yarn, but this is the one I'm trying. It's called Baby G or Baby G. Excuse me, some of us cannot read. Baby B. And this one is called Soft and Sleek Baby, low pill fiber, and the color is pink. It's what I'm calling it. Does it have a color on here? Pink marled. So it is a variegated pink. And then I chose the solid color pink, and I'll show you the Afghan. So this is the solid color pink. It's the same brand, Baby B. And I am reviving a pattern that I used to do all the time that was my grandmother's favorite, and it is just the old-fashioned ripple. So here we are. We are making a baby Afghan again. And what fun. Oh my word, people, it is so relaxing. The repetition of those stitches, the yarn in your hands, it is, again, therapeutic. And for this pattern, they asked me to use, what size? It's bigger than I usually use. Oh, I don't know what that says. It's 6 millimeter. Double M. Is that what this? Oh, it's a J. Good grief. Millimeter, mm, 14. Anyway, it's a J. So we have a big crochet hook for that pattern. And we're going to finish this one. And then I have a blue, it's also variegated yarn, to do one for a baby boy. That way I'll be prepared. Same size hook, and it is a stitch I'll show you next time called Lemon Peel. So you alternate double crochet, single crochet, back and forth, and you work in multiples of 2, but I think you add 3 at the end. Anyway, when I have more of it done, I will show you. So that has been so meditative, so relaxing, and I'm excited to have some crochet out again. You know how many times, if you have watched this before, I have recommended to you Jacqueline Winspear's mystery, or shall we say detective novels, about the character Maisie Dobbs. Well, there is a new one. It's called A Sunlit Weapon, and I was able to listen to the audiobook. I just finished it. This is what the cover would look like if you found just the book. Highly recommend. It's a little longer than some of her others, but again, you love the characters, you try to solve the mysteries, you learn some history. So, A Sunlit Weapon, Jacqueline Winspear, about our friend Maisie Dobbs. I think my favorite part of this one, if you have not read it, I don't want to give any spoiler alerts, is just her commitment to and her work for her adopted daughter. And if you remember any of the other books, when her daughter becomes a part of her family, you will appreciate all that Maisie committed for changing her life around to help and nurture her daughter. So I think that was my favorite part of this particular story, and also then her involvement in the part of World War II when Eleanor Roosevelt becomes involved over in Britain with the war effort. So I hope that won't spoil anything for you. If you enjoy those books, get on the list or do what you need to do to enjoy it. I'm sad now that it's over and I have to wait on another one, but that's what happens to readers, right? I did enjoy several of the D.E. Stevenson books. I had talked to you about those. I've run out of audiobooks that are available to me, so I need to see if there are some books at my library or available on Scribd, which I am enjoying. If you've not looked into Scribd, that is a subscription to pursue. It is quite generous in what you're able to access. I can't tell you how much it is per month because my daughter is paying for it right now. We hope to take that over soon, but we have enjoyed that subscription quite a lot. And I'm not being sponsored by Scribd, by the way. You know I'm a library person, so it has been fun to get with you today. I've gone almost 27 minutes, and I think that's a good place to stop. Next video, I hope, will be sooner rather than later. We'll see. Also, I hope I'll be able to include Lucy. She's had a bad day today. She started with a bad night last night. Her tummy is not happy, and I'm not really sure why, but we're letting her sleep, and she'll be eating when she's ready. She probably ate something she wasn't supposed to, poor baby. But all is well here. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you have not. Again, thank you for your presence with me, and let's visit again soon. Thanks.